It's no secret that some 90-day fiancé happily ever after. Viewers like to give Julia Trubkina grief. She's still well-liked, but is not quite the fan favorite that she was last season. Even so, 90-Day Fiancé fans are coming to her defense after Brandon's friends gave her grief. Is it anybody's business when Julia wants to have a baby? Recently, viewers saw Brandon Gibbs and Julia Trubkina get adjusted to their new home. Finally, no longer on the nightmare farm, they have their own place. The married couple invited some friends over to celebrate their new home. TJ was Julia's favorite of the guests. She adores him. He introduced her and Brandon. Though she didn't initially remember the name of the Roman god of love, she referred to him as Cupid. However, Melanie and TJ's arrival was not quite as welcome in Julia's eyes. She has clashed with Melanie in the past, though viewers debate how much of it was real. In the past, Melanie questioned Julia's intentions and her love for Brandon. The fact that Julia has some major insecurity issues can help. However, she resolved that she would not let Melanie's opinions get to her. That's a fair attitude to bring to the table when clashing with your spouse's friend. Keeping a positive attitude, Julie spoke excitedly about her plans for the apartment. Eventually, she wanted to get a pole installed to practice her dancing. That sounds amazing. But not all of her plans were so well received. Seemingly out of nowhere, Julia mentioned the idea of where she would place a crib for a baby. Julia does not have a baby. To the best of anyone's knowledge, she was not pregnant. And for a newly married couple, who only just saved up enough to move out of an untenable living situation, it was a surprise. Melanie was visibly stunned. So was AJ. TJ doesn't seem to talk so much. However, Julia didn't seem shocked that people didn't respond well. She characterized the responses that she receives when she voices this plan. Brandon noted that, of course, this is not a unilateral decision. They both have to vote yes or they won't be having a kid. Unfortunately, Brandon for some reason joked that he'll be checking condoms for sabotage. He meant it as a joke, but it was in poor taste to joke about reproductive coercion, a form of sexual assault, even if he would be the victim. Julia excused herself from the party, going to watch television after the lack of support for her baby goals. And viewers seem a little divided on the topic, judging from what people are saying on social media. Since when is being in your late 20s and wanting to have a baby with your husband a crime? One Redditor asked. Brandon's friend's reaction to his 27-year-old wife saying she wants to have a baby was so awkward. Another wrote. That second commenter added they reacted as though they were just notified of someone's death or something. She's 27, definitely old enough, one admitted. But he can barely afford to move out, so I don't know how he can support a child too. I think it was more about the fact that they just moved out of his parents' home and are paying rent for the first time. In their late 20s, another wrote. That commenter then quipped baby steps to being an adult, pun intended. There's a little to both of these arguments. Yes, they are both in their late 20s and married. But also, economically, they're not really able to support a child or related healthcare. A lot of the reasons that millennials tend to put off childbirth are economic. This isn't the 90s economy. But the main issue was that offering feedback to people on their plans to have a kid or not have a kid is a huge social blunder. At the same time, reality TV thrives upon social blunders, so they may have been encouraged to speak their minds. Reality TV is not a documentary, and even documentaries can change what is happening just by filming. We should all keep that in mind.